Cruising through Alaska is an unforgettable experience, offering breathtaking landscapes, abundant wildlife, and rich cultural history. The journey takes you through serene waters, majestic glaciers, and charming coastal towns like Juneau, Skagway, and Ketchikan. The anxiety to witness fjords, icebergs, and snow-capped mountains, sighting of whales, bald eagles, and seals is indescribable. Now, the days at sea, combined with the vibrant Alaskan scenery and unique ports, made this travel a perfect blend of relaxation and adventure. Our stateroom, 6171, was right at the end of the ship. Now, though it was a bit of a walk, it definitely helped us with pulling some steps, as we had decided to try different cuisines, all that was available in the ship. It indeed was a quiet place away from gym and swimming pool. Now, the room was quite spacious, and we picked up one with a balcony this time. Our plan was to have an early dinner before the sunset because we wanted to enjoy the sunset right up at the deck. And we did the same as well. So we actually had a lovely evening watching the sunset from the deck. Amazing experience with the sky glowing in shades of gold and red as a sunset. The soft breeze and the sound of waves definitely made it peaceful and relaxing with our drinks. Day 1. We spent time navigating through the ship, checking on the facilities and the shores. Day 2, we continued sailing through Inner Passage, heading for Juneau. Indeed, we were damn lucky to be blessed with an awesome weather as we reached Juneau. As the ship anchored in Juneau Port, we were all set for our onshore activities. We walked through the downtown, did some window shopping, and bought a few whale-tail as souvenirs. Enjoyed some lovely lunch too. Now, we had a helicopter tour over Juneau ice field and to land on Mendenhall Glacier. Now, this got cancelled due to bad weather and heavy fog. Instead, we got a 4-hour canoeing experience. We saw multiple pieces of glaciers floating away. The photos show the blue color that the glacier emitted was just mind-blowing. With the still water, with bald eagle flying over the reserve was just a blissful moment. We returned to our cruise, departing Juneau, and we set sailing for our next destination, Skagway. So we were reaching Skagway the following day. Now, our next onshore activities included, the first one was the 3-hour train ride, which is called as White Pass. Skagway was an important saltwater port during the Klondike Gold Rush. Billy Moore former steamboat captain, made the first recorded investigation of the pass. In 1896, gold was found in the Klondike region of Canada's Yukon Territory. Now, during this time, Skagway's population grew tremendously to 30,000 due to this mad gold rush. Trekking through the mountains, fights, prostitutes, and liquor were such a common sights to see in Skagway's streets, is what the stories say. This train took us along some stunning views, jaw-dropping cliffs and bridges as you climbed almost 3,000 feet from sea level. Now, the crisp weather, cold wind blowing was an amazing trip. Listening to the construction of the wide pass rail is an eye-opener. Wonder at that time, how did they manage with no technology? Now, the greed to grab money again is unbelievable. The number of brothels that popped up during this period were again far too many to believe. It's also said that females working in the educational field, they actually gave up their careers as teachers and chose prostitution because that the money that they could make from prostitution was much more than what they could get working as a teacher. So you could see like how the ethics were also compromised or no longer prevalent there. Now, by 1899, the gold rush was nearly over and the economy fell drastically for Skagway. After the train trip, we took up a Skagway streetcar city tour. Skagway is a small place, and as they say, this place gets busy only during summer. Our city guide and his wife, they stay in Skagway for 4 to 5 months, and they move to US for the rest of the year. The business is only during summer as you have loads of tourists popping in. And it's almost non-existent, and it gets extremely difficult to survive with the winter.
Sounds like we've got another working girl in the house. You have to pay before you can play. Now downstairs at the bar. Feel free to make a deposit in my treasure chest. Feel free, but don't feel me. Or there's a tip jar if you're a little bit shy. All right, I will walk on ahead and open up that door. Do feel free to look around the mat and zoom a little bit more and take all the photos you'd like in here. All right, my dears, and as you go down the stairs, do try to look a little bit tired, put a smile on your face. You know, keep my reputation.
When do you think is the best time to visit places like this?
എൻ്റെ അഭിപ്രായത്തിൽ രണ്ട് സമയങ്ങളുണ്ട്. ഒന്ന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കുട്ടികളില്ലാത്തപ്പോഴും, രണ്ട് കുട്ടികൾക്ക് നിങ്ങളില്ലാത്തപ്പോഴും.
Ayyo, I meant season. It was time to say goodbye to Skagway, and our next spot was the Margerie Glacier. What an epic experience. Photos don't do any justice, and one of the most sought after spots on Alaska's Inside Passenger. Oh, it's just amazing. The ever changing glaciers is one of the most photogenic, sheltered fjords, rainforests, and an abundance of wildlife. It's an experience that you should never miss. The way the cruise gets into that narrow inlet and makes a complete about turn and comes out of the inlet is just a jaw-dropping experience, which I would highly recommend anyone to go and visit. I think in this place, rather than owning a vehicle, you need to own is a plane.
Because it's all water.
It's all or plane or a seaplane. No?
So we are in Ketchikan and walking towards Creek Street. Creek Street once hosted about 30 successful brothels.
Ketchikan is well known for its fishing, beautiful scenery, and rich native culture. It's also called as the salmon capital of the world. Located on Creek Street is the only brothel which is still not been converted into a restaurant. Inside is the museum that gives you an insight into the ladies of the night who lived and worked here. We walked through the streets and took a city tour which took us to Saxman native village, where we actually were shown through a lot of the totems as well. So we are in Main Street, or one of the main streets, Creek Street, and Dolly's is one of the known brothels during the gold rush.
There is a ship taking off from Ketchikan.
After Ketchikan, our next trip was to sail back through to Vancouver. After all good things have to come to an end, and that was the same with this holidays as well. So we sailed back, and the following morning we docked at Vancouver.